Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG, and we're on the defending spawn of Karelia Assault. Now the commander of this Hummel is somebody who goes by the name of kingoasas. Now I don't know if that's King of Asas or kingoasas, but should we just call him kingoasas from now on anyway? Now he's got a mark of excellence on the barrel. In fact, I don't know if it's a he or a she, but we'll assume that it's a man for the moment. But a mark of excellence on this barrel means that he's quite a good player, quite proficient. And he's got a GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG, for company. He's headed back into the area on the back of the cap. And it sounds to me like he's just loaded. And he's turning to select his enemy. Now at this moment he's facing the donut. He's aiming at the other side of the map. Now I think at the moment where he's aiming is he's looking for a counter battery. He's looking to see if he can see the tracer from the enemy Arty. Now he's aiming at this area here, which is called the horseshoe, and it's very likely there would be an enemy Arty up there, but they have spotted an enemy tank, a KV-85, and he's in grid square H3 at the moment. Lining up a shot. Rounds out. Oh, he did get some damage there. He's picked up some stun assist. Okay, Panzer T-25 has actually come fairly close to that ridgeline. But what's more worrying is there's a pair of tanks turned up in the northeast corner of the map. Now, this is one of the normal thrusts coming from this way. There's a 12 ton and an M4. Looks like he's going to go for the 12 ton. Rounds out. Looks to be about right. Oh, it went long. That's RNG, I'm afraid. Okay, he's relocating just a little. Moving back to avoid being counter-batteried. The enemy would look in this particular corner of the map. Okay, there's a pair of black princes there. Okay, is he going to go for the M4 at the back? I think he is actually, because that M4 is very close to that 12 ton. But no, he's going after the 12 ton again. Rounds out. No, it landed where the 12 ton was. Unfortunately, 12 ton pulled back in time. He might do better off actually with that T-67. He's poking that rock to try and shoot and get spots. But he's being a bit obvious about it. It's a difficult shot to get a shell onto those black princes, but he can do it. And he can certainly stun them, and that will help his team. His team are actually having to back off at the moment because they've been hit by Arty. Rounds out on the black prince. Direct hit. Got stun on both, did damage to both. 290 to one, 127 to the other. That's a good shot. Okay, the 12 tons moved up and he's alongside the T-67. Now he could hit both. He could get a bombardier here if he can line up the shot correctly. But he's still got a long way. Oh no, he can't now. The 12 tons been taken out. It just shows how vulnerable that T-67 is. And that black prince pushing the wreck is not going to be able to defend himself against Arty strike. And that shell landed right alongside him. He's losing hit points and he's stunned. Now the T-67 went over the cliff edge and died. I think he tried to get the 3601, it didn't help him. But the M4 is sitting around that corner, putting shells into the 3601, and the M4's down. But so's the 3601. And that makes it easy for now for the Black Prince to move up, but that one's been shot. This one's pulling back. And I'm pretty sure that shell, yep, that probably landed nearby the Black Prince. Right, everybody's being boxed into the corners. The score is fairly even. But the defending team is actually effectively occupying the northwest corner, which is what you'd expect on an assault battle. Now, that T-34-85's gone down. He was taken out by the Crusader. And there's a KV-85, I think that's the same one he fired at earlier, hiding behind that rock. Rounds out. It wasn't fully dialed in. It fell slightly long, but it did stun the 85. There's a KV-2 hiding behind that rock there. Probably waiting for his reload to go in. He's being targeted by the GW. I did see a down arrow. That's a targeting arrow. And there's the shell from the GW. It went long. There's 3 Artys, or were 3 Artys in this game. The GW's just been taken out. Unfortunately, he was counter-batteried by the M41. But he did get some damage there on the KV2. The only other Arty surviving on his team is the Gorilla, whilst the enemy's got an M44, an M41 and an S51. Right, now kingoasas has actually decided to relocate and focus all his fire on the south route. So he's aiming for where the KV2 was last seen. Just around that corner. I think that's where the Gorilla is aiming. That was a shell from the Gorilla there. Unfortunately, they just lost the Crusader. They are now 2 tanks down. There's 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. This is an assault, so it's only 10 minutes. The enemy team's going to have to get a move on if they're going to succeed in this battle. The Gorilla is a little further forward than you normally expect an RT to go. He's a bit exposed next to the cap. There is a rock there that he's up alongside, but he could be seen by any of the tanks that are attacking, and if he was, he would be counter-batteried pretty quickly. Still waiting for sign of that KV2. Nobody's spotting. The Type 64 could. He's got the view range. But the Hummel's saying no rush, let them come. Well, there isn't a rush for the Hummel, but there's certainly a rush for the enemy because it's 3 minutes 32 seconds to go. So they're going to have to get a move on because they really haven't advanced to the cap as much as they need to. Ah, there's the Black Prince. He has moved. Now, kingoasas is actually ignoring the south route now. He's going to focus on this Black Prince. Dialing in his aim. Can get it from here. Oh, it goes long! Ouch! I think it went long because he was actually firing up over a slope and down the other side. And he didn't let the aim dial in long enough. He's repositioned. He's gone to the very back of the map this time. It's going to be difficult for him to get a shot on the Black Prince from here. He's got a red line. He's got a green line there, but of course the Black Prince has been taken out. Was killed by the Type 64. Okay, so he's focusing back on the KV2 again. And it'd probably be wiser for him to move his aim slightly closer, because I suspect that the KV2 has moved up. He's saying to the other members of his team, stay in cover. Type 64 is moving up. He's got the view range. He could actually spot for his Arty. Oh no, they just lost the Panzer IV-H and he was on the north route side, which means the enemy could find their way in. The KV2 was closer than I thought, yes, as I suggested. He is a lot closer. T-67 is moving up to attack, so is kingoasas. And they've lost the Type 64. He was taken out by the KV2. Derped. KV2's taken a big hit. Could be splash killed by kingoasas with the Hummel. Can he get the aim right? He's got a problem with his aim at the moment because there's rocks in the way. He needs to see the target. I think he's closer. Yes, he is closer. There he is. But he's got a red line at the moment. Line him up for a splash. Oh, he's taken out. Yes, he got a splash on him. But he's now at the south end and he's all alone. He's all alone against 6 enemy. Right, he needs to move south. He needs to move south as fast as he can. There's only 1 minute on the clock. I doubt the enemy's got enough time to cap out. Right, now he needs to move. He needs to get out of there. Go as fast south as he can. We know this KV-85 has been seen down there. But if he can get into that dip, it's likely that the enemy won't be able to find him in time. Less than a minute to go. And he's just rocking about on the same spot, trying to waste time. 40 seconds to go. If he can succeed, it's a Kolobanov. If that KV-85 comes around that corner, he needs to shotgun him straight away and then get the hell out of there. Ideally, he would go straight away, but I suspect he's thinking, if I move out, the KV-85 will see me and that'll be it. 13 seconds to go. Four, 3, 2, 1. He's done it! He's won. And that's a Kolobanov. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's a third-class tanker for kingoasas in the Hummel. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 in that battle. But he got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov Medal. He stood alone against 6 opponents in this case. He only needed to stand alone against 5, but he stood alone against 6 and succeeded. I suspect that if he had actually moved further south, maybe that KV-85 would have seen him. But I think it would have guaranteed his safety if he had got away from the cap. We'll never know. But anyway, he did manage to get that medal, and he did win for his team. If we have a look at the end of battle stats, yep, he came second on damage with 1,180 hit points. He came second, or joint second, on kills with 1. And when it came to base XP, he came third with 535 experience points. He fired 11 rounds, got 2 direct hits, 2 penetration, 6 splash, damage of 1,180 hit points, of which 1,100 were at more than 300 meters. He hit 4 of the enemy but killed 1. He did stun assistance damage of 519 off 7 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 23,979 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he still had 11,659 spare. He received base XP of 535, but it was ×2 for the first victory, so he took away 1,070 experience points in total. So well done, kingoasas, you got a Kolobanov Medal for Arty, and although it's one where you actually stayed alive and you didn't actually have to kill all of the enemy, that's a perfectly valid reason to win one if you're in an assault battle, because you survived and they weren't able to find you and kill you. Well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.